Today I'm going to show you how to change the front bumper on the first generation Toyota Highlander. First thing you want to do is, of course, pop open the hood, and then we're going to come to the front grille. We're going to pop open these 4 black plastic tabs. To do that, all you have to do is stick a flathead screwdriver and then just twist it. It should come straight up like this, and then just be able to pull it up. Do that for all 4 of them. And we'll just put that one to the side. Now we're going to come to the side of the wheel well. You just want to start on one side. So we're here on the left side. What you want to do is you want to turn the wheel inward so it's easier to access these 2 clips here. It's going to be vertically, but you want to spin it 90 degrees, so make it horizontal. Spin it like that, and that should just come right off. So, okay, never mind, hold on. Oh, there. Then we'll do it again for this one. Spin it counterclockwise 90 degrees. And then just pull it out. So now we're going to pry the inner fender wall here, and we're just going to loosen the screw. You can either use a Phillips or a 10mm socket. Put it up there. Oops. Okay, you can shut it off. So now we'll just come to the other side. Same thing. Turn the wheel inward so you have easy access to the inner the fender well. This is just spin it counterclockwise about 90 degrees. When you hear the snap, you can just pull it right out. Counterclockwise, make it horizontal. Pull it out. Then we'll just pry this little plastic piece. Oops. Back a little bit to have access to the bolt. You can either again use the Phillips or you can use a 10mm. So now we're going to loosen on the underside of the car, the bottom of the bumper. There's going to be a total 6 bolts or screws here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way at the corner 6. They all should be 10mm. So now, like, while I was taking this apart, it looks like this white plastic piece of the bumper should have gone above on top of this plastic piece. So whoever did this one, you know, when they put it back, it looks like it was incorrectly. So the white piece of the bumper should go on top of this plastic piece that was on here. There's actually one more screw. It's a Phillips. You can either come from the top. If you look straight down right here, there's a Phillips where my finger is. So you're gonna have to access that from the top or from the front of the grill. Which, if you can come down here, you can go straight down, it's right down the center of the grill. So here I'm just going to use an attachment with a little Phillips bit with a ratchet, and I'm just going to loosen it from the front part of the grill. Again, you can also, if you have a long Phillips screwdriver, you can just go from the top. So here, this is how I do it. I use my ratchet, and then I just loosen it from. It's a little bit slower. It'll be easier if you have like a really long Phillips screwdriver, but you should be able to loosen it this way. So now what we're going to do after we took out all those bolts, you should be able to pry it off. What you want to do is come grab the side of the bumper and just pull it out. So if you have 2 people, it'll make it a little bit easier. So you have one person pull on the other side of the car, but here we'll start on one side. So just pull it out. There should be a little popping sound here, which is just little clips that's holding together. So Make sure that the white bumper, or the color of the car, the bumper, comes right off. Now there's going to be a little clip right here too, so just be careful when you pry it. Just kind of come up a little bit and pull it out. And then you just want to go to the other side and loosen the other side. So what you're going to do is, there's going to be bigger tabs on each corner of the grill right here and on the other side. What I did was I just stuck my hand below and just pried it off. It's going to be a little bit hard, but just be careful you don't break the tab. So once you pull it up, it's going to come right off. Now if you have fog lamps, you want to make sure you want to disconnect the fog lamps cable. So right here, there's going to be the cable for the fog lamps. We're just going to disconnect it. So you want to go one on each side. You can just press the little tab here and then just pull it straight down. You can use your knees to hold the bumper. Again, if you have a second person, maybe get it a little easier for you to see there. There you go. If you have a second person, they can help you hold the bumper, but just press on the tab and then just pull down. So now I know I took it off the bumper array, but to take off the bulbs, all you have to do is just press on this tab on the back right here. Press it and you should be able to pull it off. So now if you need to take off the front grille, there's going to be these little plastic pieces that are holding on to the grille to the bumper. All you have to do for those is just get a little flathead screwdriver and just gently push it in a little bit right here. And while you're pushing it in, you want to press down on the tab up here. So push in and it should help it, or you can try to pry it also. You press it down, and while you're pressing in the tab, you want to push it out. So here's, oops, I didn't do that in that one. Okay. So you go, each time you press the little tab, you go down the row. Press it in a little bit and push it out. And then your last one, and then the grill should come out. So when you get the new grill in, these little tabs should be sticking up, so make sure you just press it and make sure it snaps right in. And then we'll just go, now we'll be able to put the grill back and the bumper back onto the car. Okay. So this is the center piece that we took the screw off like that when we access from the top. So you want, of course, you want to put it back on. This is came off, so all you have to do is lift it up a little bit and then you just push it down on it, and then it comes down. It should snap in place. So now we'll just, of course, try to center it. Now that it's centered, you can still move it left and right a little bit. But when we put the grill back on, of course, we don't forget to screw it back, the center piece. So before putting the bumper back on, make sure you plug in both of your fog lights if your car does come in with fog lights. And we'll just put the bumpers back onto the car. So this is what your bumper should look right now. All you're gonna do is just put all the screws and clips back on. So we'll just go in reverse order. So now I'll just stick the screw in the center of the grill and we'll just screw it back in again. Cool. Now that we've got the center screw in for the grill, we're just gonna come to the bottom of the car. This is gonna be the 6 bolts that's gonna be tightened back. So it's gonna be a total of 6. You'll just go from one end all the way to the other. So this one we'll just do it this way and just screw it all back. So now that the bottom has been bolted on, now we'll just come to the side. This one right here again. You can either use a Phillips screwdriver, or I believe it might have been like an 8 or 10 millimeter. Tighten this one up. You can use your hands just to hold the corner of the bumper up too. And we'll just screw it tight. Actually, I'll just use a 10 millimeter here, and we'll just tighten it up. Okay, so you just come to the side here, make sure like the gap is not too big, and we'll just push the inner welding in, and we will push this plastic tab back into the original spot. So we'll go make sure the slot goes up and down. Okay, let's try that again. Or actually, let's try the bottom one first, see if that one even works. Now that it's in, we're just going to use a flat head and turn it 90 degrees. So we'll go clockwise 90 degrees, so like that. And we'll do the same with the top. Now if it doesn't go in, make sure like you just have to look in the little hole to see that it's in correctly. The screw on this side also. And we'll put the plastic piece back under here. And just make sure that the this little gap, it's not too big. So to position this in, make sure the slot is vertical. So make sure it's pointing up and down, and you can push it all the way in. And then just spin it spin it clockwise 90 degrees. I'll lock it in place. Now if it doesn't go in, don't force it in. You can just try it over again by prying it back out and redoing it. So we'll just pry in the top, push it down, and then push straight tab down also. Make sure it snaps. Pull the top up, hold it up like that. Push it down, and tab. We'll do it all for all four of them. And there you go. Now you are done. Thanks for watching. Oh, and my cameraman says, don't forget to subscribe.
And leave a like.
And leave a like.